Why is it not? Okay, so we've already talked about factorials and permutations. Remember, permutations are those in which order is going to matter. Now let's talk about the combinations in which order, we don't care. We don't care what order we pick people in or what order we pick items in. Okay? So let's take, for example, let's look at college classes. Okay? So each semester, you need to take a math class, or at least your first year, maybe math. You take an English class. You take maybe a science class. It doesn't really matter what order you pick them in. You go to the registrar's office or you go to the schedule and you're just picking classes. Now, it may matter like what time of day or something, but it doesn't really matter if you pick your English class first or your science class first when you're selecting them. You're just picking a combination of classes. That's what we mean by order is not going to matter. When we have just combinations, think also about you are ordering a combo at a fast food place. Okay? So you order a combo. You get a drink. You get your entree. And you get your side. Now, when you order it, it doesn't really matter if you tell them what drink you want first, what side you want first, or what entree. I mean, they usually take the entree first, but you technically could order it whichever way you wanted to. So, a combo at a restaurant or fast food place, it doesn't matter what order you order it in or what order they bring it out in. It's still a combo, okay? So with combinations, you're still going to have your sample size. You're still going to select a certain number of objects. The difference here is you're going to have NCR, C for combinations. You're still going to have the n factorial on the numerator, and you're still going to have that n minus r factorial, except this time you're going to divide by an extra r factorial. We're going to end up with fewer combinations than we do have permutations. The reason why, I'm going to scroll back up to where we were looking at the committee members. Okay, because here we were looking at president and vice president. Well, if I was just doing a combination where I selected two people, these two combinations now would be the exact same. And so this one would not matter. And so you can see that John and Bob and John are the same thing. I would still have John and Amy, John and Jill, John and Adam. Okay. Then I would go to Amy and Bob, Amy, well, you wouldn't have Amy and Amy. Let's see here. You would do Amy and John. Then you would do Amy and Jill, and Amy and Adam. Well, if we look at this, Amy and Bob, well, that one's already taken. Amy and John is already taken. So those that, if I were doing permutations, I would have all of these. If I'm doing combinations, I get rid of these. So I'm going to have fewer combinations than I do permutations. And that's why I have to divide by an extra r factorial. The process is going to be the exact same. You're still doing factorials and everything. The biggest issue with combinations and permutations is being able to identify the difference. So I want you to practice seeing if you can look at some problems out of your textbook, out of some practice, out of the program, anything like that, and see if you can identify, is this going to be a permutation or is this going to be a combination? And then let me know if you have questions.